Cadillac or just nice person. And I don't even want to say anything more, but she's just a lovely lady. Would you give a nice warm welcome for Doris Day?
What's all that?
That is something that I have wanted to do all my life, was to give Doris Day a big kiss on her mouth. Do you know something?
What?
In the 2 years that we did the Doris Day show, I never once got to kiss you.
Well, you were my boss. Well, I guess that's supposed to limit things.
I know, but I mean, you should go for reality, and there's a lot of guys... Excuse me. Are you doing something at the drummer?
The band, you're so good.
Aren't they
This
so...
band, isn't it? It's so good. What you were saying?
Well, I was saying about when I was on the Doris Day show that I never
We
got
had
to
fun,
kiss.
though.
Oh, we did. That was fun.
We had a lot of laughs.
I'm only going to say one serious thing, and then I'm not going to be serious anymore. But I learned there's 3 people that have taught me more about acting than anybody else. You.
You had to say that because I'm...
No, I didn't. I've said 3-4 times. You, Alan Alda, and Gene Reynolds, who produces our show.
Delightful night. Yes, I do.
Oh.
Are you okay?
Yeah, the brown stuff running. The thing that you do that is so beautiful is that you listen to people when you're doing a scene. Now, and this is the second serious thing.
I listen to you?
I think you should... No, but I mean, when you were... You
I
know,
really
you
do. I
That's-
love working with you.
And I think you should have won an Academy Award. Broke my elbow doing that dumb thing.
Did you?
Was that when you did Midnight Lace the other night on the phone, and I really believe this, and I know it's too late, because when did you make that picture?
I don't know. I don't remember dates. My secretary, she knows every
Well,
date,
it's-
every picture, when it was made, what my name was.
But I mean, it wouldn't be eligible for this year's Oscar.
Huh?
It wouldn't be
No,
eligible
it
for an
wouldn't.
Oscar this
You're a little
season.
late, Mac.
I know, but I think you should have won an Oscar for that. Did you people
I
see
knew
that
it.
show? You know, and
That's very sweet. That's very sweet. But it's okay. You know how I feel about Oscar.
yeah. Well, I know you do, but I mean, I think that see, everybody expects you to be something, but you're really not what they expect you to be.
What does that mean?
I have absolutely no idea. Let me refer to
What does that mean?
You have been like Miss Goody Two Shoes.
Oh,
Now we people that know you know that's not true.
do you know? You know that somebody backstage said, and Bob Dolce, as a matter of fact. No, it wasn't Bob. It was somebody else. Anyway, we were talking the time I saw Ed was the last tango in Paris.
Oh, that's the last time I saw you. I made a fool of myself climbing
That's right.
up the side of a trellis trying to kiss you, and I ended up kissing Billy DeWolf on the mouth. I did. I
Billy.
reached over and I went to grab you, and you
You got
excuse
Billy
me.
instead.
And I got
Mr.
Billy.
DeWolf is looking in tonight.
He's watching the
He's
wolf.
watching.
I
Careful what
love
you say.
him. He's such a nice man. He really
Yes,
is.
he's watching.
I meant love in the generic sense, of course, America.
Yeah, he's really good. But anyway, I saw Ed at the last tango in Paris. And so a gentleman backstage said we were making bed and go. And I said, yeah, me. I said, why? Because everyone thinks I'm a virgin. That I wouldn't understand what they were doing.
Wait a minute. You mean you're not? Holy moly. I know, that's what I was
Are
trying
you
to say.
disenchanted with me?
Not at all. Listen, I want to ask
Well,
you a
that's
bunch of
it.
questions.
What?
I'm starting to talk funny. Ed, if it starts going bad, you'll
You
tell me.
didn't, and you didn't even have a drink.
I know I
You're
didn't.
such a
I'm so
chicken.
nervous about this. I'm about as nervous when I first came out here as when I tested for the part of Mr. Nicholson on your show. Do you remember that?
Do I remember?
I was so nervous, I had a inexpensive suit. I mean, not that this is your $550 hat. I mean, with no lining.
Is that a Johnny Carson?
As a matter of fact, it is.
Is it?
Yeah. But in any event, I had this hop sack suit. And I'd had it about 9 years. Now, those suckers will rip on you if you hit them wrong. And I went to put my leg in that job to get to the studio and put my foot right through the crotch. And I had a rip in that job. I did that entire scene with her.
With a hole in your pants?
With a hole in my pants. And I never will forget how you relaxed me. I mean...
No, I don't.
I don't know what you mean.
I don't at all, and I think you should explain.
Staff,
Where
you know what I mean?
Like,
No, what I meant was I told you that I was very nervous about even, who in the hell are you looking at? You know something.
What?
A lot of people, I'm sure, know this, but because I met a friend of yours, a guy that used to play piano with Barney Rapp's band. I met him in Louisville. And I think people forget that you were a great, not a good, but a great singer.
Yeah.
Really. And I'll tell you something else. I'll tell you something else. I started drinking again. Oh, this is just ice water. I'll tell you something else, too. Kids, and I have a daughter, 3 1/2, and we were recently in Chicago visiting with my nieces. And my niece is 12, and she has every one of your albums and loves that kind of music.
really?
Yes?
And she's 12 years old?
Yeah, little girl loves it, too. And it's an album that you made, I don't know when, but it was kind of like all-time favorites of yours.
They
stuff like that.
repackage all the time, you know.
Yeah.
But I haven't sung in since my special. And before that, I guess it's going on 6 years.
You sang on a Christmas show we did once. Made
Just
Paul
a little
Smith
bit,
and
like
Rosemary Crum.
8 bars or so.
Yeah.
But I'm really kind of rusty, you know.
But that's why you're
Well,
carrying
I'm
on with the
gonna
guys in the band, right? Because you travel with bands for a good
Oh, my
part of the...
Lord, child, I certainly did.
What's that like, riding on one of them band buses
Not
with 22
easy.
of
I
them
always
crazy
got the
guys?
wheel.
The what?
And they know what that means. The last one on the bus rides the wheels.
Well, you mean
Yeah.
over the part, the
That's-
axle?
Yeah, oh, yeah. You have to get on early, you know,
Yeah.
to get the good seats.
Now, when
I
did...
took a bus out here tonight. That's why I was a little late.
I know, that is one thing. I was thinking, I was
Burbank,
talking...
I changed about 3 times, transferred.
There's just sort of 3 things in this world that I have never understood or cannot really envision. One is anybody use a jar of yellow Vaseline. Being able to finish a bottle of Tabasco sauce or seeing you on a bus. I can't believe
I've
it.
ridden many a bus. I told you I was coming by bus.
I know she did. I called her and said, gee, we can get you a car, you know, because that's a big show. They got a juggler coming in by cab from Burbank. Heck, they'll probably pop for a driver to go over the place there to get you. And she said, no, I'll just take the bus.
And I buy those strips of tickets.
That is just got to... Now, do people know who you are? I bet
You don't believe me, do you? I mean,
I
think
do.
he does.
I really do.
Freddie, I think he
I'll
does.
tell you, when a guy's under tension and pressure, he'll believe anything.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, I'll go for anything.
Are you nervous tonight?
I'm not as nervous as I thought I would be. And I thought I'd be real nervous. But on a scale of 10, say nervous, I'm about
Where are
a
you?
7. But the...
What did he
wait a
just
minute.
do?
You know, I heard
He
a
went
funny
like
line.
that.
Now the piano goes clink clink, and I'm supposed to do something. I know where I go up there.
We'll be
It's
back
so
with our guest. Is that
dumb.
what you're supposed
Yeah,
to
I'm
say?
going to read in a minute.
Oh.
But I was going to say, I did this show so many times that every time I go to a party, if I'm in the middle of a story and somebody starts to tinkle on the piano, I talk faster. Okay, sports fans, we'll be back with our guests after these words from the pit. Sitting here like a dippo going like this.
I'm glad to be here. Yeah,
Boy, you were really bouncing up and down with that band was wailing.
makes
too.
me want to dance.
You know something? When I don't know when it was, but it's been the last couple of months. I was out at a thing at the old Columbia Ranch that you and your group of people that are interested in. I don't know that.
And a lot of them are here tonight.
The dogs that
Yeah,
help
the
them?
one.
The people that help.
Yeah, the people. A group of the people who organization and really work so hard, and it's a labor of love, you know, because they're all volunteers.
Well, what I thought was great about it was the first one that I went to where I really had, and being a semi-name, I mean, I wasn't as big as, you know, they had some
Oh,
big
come
stars.
on.
No, well, sure.
You wait.
I throw myself in the monitor. You know those ads that guys running like the Trades, Variety, and Reporter, and they're like this, Bobby Van's back. I have no idea who the guy is. I just looked at myself and wondered who I was. Honey, should have put some brown stuff in that area. Yeah, she's coming up. But the thing I liked about it was we really got a chance to visit with the people, and all of the people that came, and I know you raised a
Would you like to know how much? Are you leading up to that?
No, if you want to tell.
You can come out and ask me.
How much money did you raise?
I won't tell you. No, I'm teasing. I think that we made almost...
Wait a minute. Drum roll.
That was kind of a weak one, I thought. About $70,000. But then we, which is fantastic, you know, when you think that we took over the back lot at the, what was it, Warner's Studio Ranch.
It's Warner's now, but it was Columbia at the time.
Warner's Ranch, and it's not a terribly large place, and the people just really fantastic, and they parked, 12 and 15 blocks away.
Well, to raise that much money, it was only 10 cents for this and a quarter for that. It wasn't like big contributions. I mean, people would get an autograph for a penny or a nickel, and it was nickels, dimes, and quarters.
They weren't supposed to.
Well, they got mine for a penny. Raised went for 50 cents. I got up to a nickel by the time people knew who I was.
Now, we had a great turnout, and of course we didn't. That's not counting the expenses. We did have some expense, quite a bit, as a matter of fact. To clean up but Joan Crawford. She's with Pepsi-Cola. She gave us $30,000. Gave us the stands and the men to work the and the cups, everything. I just think that was a fantastic thing.
Yeah, really was. I'm not sure.
She loves animals, and it was just so generous, I think. Anyway, it was a great thing, and you came.
Well, what was that money? Now, that money was used to, the basic idea behind this is to deneuter. Am I saying this right?
No, not deneuter.
Well, fix?
Just neuter.
Neuter. Sorry. Where I come from, that's, darn it, get it fixed if it bugs you.
Yeah, we've got to cut down on the animal population. I mean, that's the problem.
Yeah.
And that's why 275,000 animals are put to sleep every year, just in Los Angeles.
Oh, I read the most horrible thing the other day, and I'm not, want to badmouth the Defense Department or the, the government in general, because they're doing a good job of that. But recently it was discovered that little beagle puppies were, of course, in all kinds of just horrible, terrible experiments. And strangely enough, the Defense Department got more letters on all the bombing of Cambodia, Indochina. I'm very well read. Indochina.
Well, of course, we sent telegrams. We all. When you work with humane groups, you hear about all these things. Before the public hears it, and so we sent telegrams, trying desperately to do, to make a lot of changes and make things better for everything. Things should be better for the animals too, because they're. I always say this, but it's true. They're at the bottom of the barrel, and that's why I got into this kind of work, because I want to do everything I can to make it better, and. But it has to be a local thing. People write all over the country, all over the world, really, because Actors and Others for Animals is known all over the world, Matt.
Yeah.
And what can we do to help? So I say, go to your local towns, go to the shelters, and see for yourselves what is going on there. And if you don't like what you see, folks, you do something about it. You get in there. You say that you don't like it, and band together and try to make it better.
I thought of a great bumper sticker.
What?
I saw one, so it isn't like totally unique. I saw a thing that says, "I break for animals." I thought it would be really neat if they had a bumper sticker that said, "Give an animal a break."
Yeah, that's nice. No, I like that.
Standing ovation for a dumb sign. Look at that. No, I really think that would be good. And you'd spell it B-R-A-K-E. How's it going, Ed?
Going good.
Bad, huh?
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
No, I just want to say one thing. You asked about the money that we made and how it was spent, and I want people to know, because people were so generous, and they really were beautiful about that bazaar. And we had a clinic in East Los Angeles. And the spaying and neutering program has been fantastic, Mac, and it takes an awful lot of money to help the people who can't dogs and cats spayed or neutered. And so that's what we want to do. We want to help them and to help the animal. And not only that, we find so many cruelty cases, so many cases of dogs and cats being abandoned. And we try to take as many in as we can. And we have to board them at kennels and at veterinarians, and it's very expensive. So an awful lot of that money has gone, But, So we had a fantastic fashion show recently at the Century Plaza.
Oh, yeah. I was asked to be in that.
I know, you were out of town.
Right.
But we sold out the big room. We had a vegetarian luncheon. We had an art auction. We had a great celebrity fashion show, and it was just tremendous. In fact, I was the last one on the show, and I surprised everybody by coming on with one of my dogs. And this dog...
You mean riding it, or what?
No! Anyway, he's a dog. This dog was abandoned, and we heard about it, and I sent the rescue man down there, wherever it was, I don't recall now, to pick him up. And I saw him, and I should have found a home for him or tried, but I took a look at him, and he just won me over. He's such a winner. And his name is, there he is. Is that a dog? Is that my dog? And that's it. When the little one comes out, I have to use that voice.
Oh, really?
That's the one. That's one. You see, folks, this one's name is Tiger, and this one's name is Tiger. Now, I've had him for years. So now I thought, well, I've got two tigers. What do I do? So I called one big tiger and one little tiger. Then it became biggest and littlest. And that's what they are now.
And the little trained to kill.
Biggest and the littlest. Isn't he, darling? The big one?
Are they good watchdogs? Are they good?
Oh, yeah, they're super. But this dog, you see, I got him through the organization. And I just want you to know, my dear, darling friends in the audience and people looking in, which camera is on? Here? This one.
They've only got the one.
Here we go. People looking in. If you're interested in...
Can you believe this? We just there. It's there. Leave it there, Bob.
Come on now. Stop fooling around.
Send this dog out your boots and have him go doo-doo right on your new shoes. Yeah. Now, I just want you to know, and you folks sitting here, that we have lots of marvelous dogs and cats and puppies and kittens available, and they really need homes. We can get anything that you want. We really can. We're boarding them, and we have them at veterinarians, and we see to it that they're altered and spayed, and they're in very good health. And that's so important, because sometimes at the shelters, they have, unfortunately, we're trying to work on that, too, to have an isolation ward in all the shelters, because they don't have. Wait a minute, not on Ed's pants.
My dog wouldn't do that.
Okay, we got to go for a commercial. Wait a minute, they got to light the light. I can't. Oh, you have to go? Oh, my goodness gracious.
No.
You don't have to go?
I can stay a little bit.
You can stay a little bit? Okay, we'll be back.
Would you like the dogs to leave?
After this brief word from our sponsor. And we'll have more of our show. So stay tuned. And, yeah, sure. And I mean, don't be afraid to say no. I mean, what the heck, no hard feelings. If I called you up on the phone and asked you for a date, would you go out with me? Okay.
Well, give me a chance to answer. Of course I would.
I'm smoking. That's the quit, right?
I have a little infection in my nose.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, then let's not go out till that gets cleared up, okay? Hey, Mom, I got a date with Doris Day, but she's got an infection in her nose.
You really are.
So if I called you...
It's kind of romance on the show, on the
Well, I
Tonight
just
Show.
thought we might just kind of let America in on a little something here and then possibly see how it works out. That's one way of me getting back. I can tell them what happened. Well, not too much, except the nose is all healed up now. So would you, if I called you, we go out to dinner?
Okay.
Some kind of quiet place, because you don't like big, fancy, phony places, do you?
What does that mean?
Well, if I mention one place, I'll be in trouble. But I mean, it would be just as... I know a couple of little out-of-the-way places in Chinatown. Do you like Chinese food?
Yeah, I do. I love it. Do you think the folks are interested in this?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to say that. That's a good
call me up and
question.
ask me this,
You know those fan magazines and stuff? I've read so many different things about you.
Really?
Yeah. And,
You read the magazine?
No,
a beauty shop.
when I'm trying to get out of Ralph's when I haven't bought anything, it's the first thing I go to. And I'll thumb through one of those things, or if I'm under the dryer.
I'm not sure I want to go out with you.
Now, I hate that stuff, don't you?
What stuff?
Stuff like, there could be a thing in a Silver
But I'm a
Screen type
virgin.
magazine now that, virgin finds romance with a guy in a cheap sport coat and she's got a bad nose. And that could be like
And she has a nasal...
nasal drip, dates drip, or something. One of those, right?
Yeah,
I hate that because when you open the pages, there's nothing there. It's kind of a teaser.
I know.
And I hate that people do that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. They used to be, the magazines used to be great, right? No, they had a kind of glamour about them, and it was kind of interesting to read, to read about the actors and actresses. And I think then they became scandal magazines,
Yeah, they
Following
did.
Confidential.
Right.
But I don't know what they're saying about me. Could you tell me?
Well, no, but I could give you an example. Yeah, one article I read said, Doris Day says, there's nobody 55 who's worth anything. Now, I had to see what in the hell that meant. Do you know what I mean? Guys 55 that have... Well, it inferred that when it was so obvious, it was dumb. When there aren't many 55-year-old guys around because... Or they're
Well, that's true, isn't it?
SIS, And,
But it's true, Mac,
Yeah.
But I think that's in every city.
Well, yeah, but
It's not easy for a lady to find a nice guy. It's just, right? We're all in the same boat, folks. We're all in the same boat. Freddie, you're married.
Right, yeah. Well, I'm not. You
You're
say so.
not.
No, that's I'm
You're
not such a
You're
bad
not.
guy. Yeah.
And we'll have dinner, and we'll all let you know what happened.
Okay. Listen, I got, you want to stay for Nancy Wilson, or do you have to go?
Well, I have to go, because I have to get my dogs home.
Okay.
And I'm going to, I'm going to my son's recording session tonight.
Oh, yeah. He
Yeah.
told me he's got work and he's got a thing this is the big night tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's expecting me. Anyway,
That'd be something.
I loved being here.
I loved having
And
you.
I think that you're just doing a great job, isn't
Yes,
it?
excellent. I'm going to call you.
I'm glad to see you here.
I tell you,
That's a dynamite dinner.
No, that's big back at my home.
Oh.
I want to tell you. We'll be returning shortly after word from one of our sponsors.
You silly son.